Hi Metalheads, willkommen zum METALHEADS FOREVER Show Nummer 452 am 5.10.2022. Schön, dass ihr dabei seid, Mitte der Woche und eine sehr, sehr coole Band heute am Start. Ja, ich muss gleich sagen, ich war total überrascht gewesen. Ich habe eigentlich so gerechnet, das ist so melodischer Hardrock und so, weil 2 Singles konnte ich ja schon. Dann habe ich mich in dieses Album reingearbeitet heute, dachte, oh shit, das ist richtig cool. Also wer auf Sound von Warrant und sowas steht, da kann man heute auf seine Kosten. Richtig melodischer Metal, so 80er-like, richtig cool. Also ich habe 5 Videos heute vorbereitet, ich selber gemacht für die Band. Es gab nicht nur 2 Videos und 5 sind von mir. Und der erste kommt zum Schluss nochmal, weil viele locken sich ja später erst ein und da versäumen sie nicht den ersten Song, nämlich die Single von ihnen. So, aber los geht's aber mit einer Band, auch noch nie gespielt, und zwar Legions of the Night, featuring Henning Basse am Mikrofon. Schön, ihn mal zu sehen, die guten Henning. Hier sind Legions of the Night und wir sagen, let the madness begin.
You cannot choose where we go.
Run Faster, Legions of the Night. Der gute Henning, falls du sehen solltest, gute Besserung. Der ist immer noch am Kämpfen nach der Corona-Infektion. Und ja, dass er bald wieder auf den Plan kommt. Ich habe gerade gesehen, Peter Krause hat sie auch die Stufen bekommen. Lieber Peter, gute Besserung. Allen, wo es schlecht heute geht, gute Besserung. Vielleicht hilft dir ein bisschen Heavy Metal. Okay? Bisschen was für die Seele. Okay. Draußen auf Facebook sehe ich schon die ersten Likes. Bitte Facebook wie immer rüber zu YouTube. Facebook wird wieder gelöscht, die Sendung. Nicht weiterleiten, sondern nur den Link von der Show auf YouTube. Bitte könnt ihr gerne mit euren Fans teilen und Freunden. Das wäre sehr, sehr cool. Liken nicht vergessen. Haut's mal gleich auf den Button drauf. Like-Button, auf dem Abonnieren und die Glocke, wenn es geht, für alle, die neu zuschauen und alle, wo vor der Tür stehen, da draußen. Loggt euch ein. Ihr könnt mitschreiben, ihr könnt Fragen stellen natürlich. Und ja, heute wird Englisch gesprochen heute, nämlich unser Gast ist aus Amerika. Jawohl. So, auf geht's, Freunde. Ich freue mich jetzt gleich auf ein cooles Gespräch mit einem wirklichen Mastermind, der Mastermind der nächsten Band. Und zwar Mike ist mein Gast. Vielleicht kommen noch mehr von der Band dazu. Hier ist Love in Chains und Everyday Heroes. Ich würde sagen, auf geht's mit Gebrüll. Ich freue mich jetzt auf einen coolen metallischen Abend. Everyday Heroes. My love goodbye. She looks at me as she holds our baby. Says come back to me alive. I feel the thunder shake right through me. A split decision could change my life. Tried by 12, I'm carried by 6. It's how I walk the thin blue line. With every beat of my heart, I live my hope. With every beat of our hearts, we are heroes, everyday heroes. Everyday Heroes, great song from Love in Chains. And now welcome to the show, Mike from Love in Chains. Mike, how are you doing?
What's up, man? How are you?
Thank you. You look great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Checks in the mail. As do you, my friend.
We try to stay young and healthy. Okay.
Oh,
I get
yeah.
it. Mike, nice. What a surprise today. Just said it before when I announced the band.
Mhm.
I expected actually this kind of music throughout the whole album because
Right.
I had two singles, Darkness Falls and Everyday Heroes. So that I thought that's just the style. No, it's not. It's fresh. It's like back to the 80s. I what came in my mind was like Winger or Warrant. So uh, we have a chance today to listen to a lot of songs today.
Hmm.
But before we talk about the music, Mike, always
Yeah.
the same question: how everything starts for you? I mean, you look not like 20, so I guess you're around quite long in the business. How
Uh,
everything starts for you, Mike? Tell me.
wow. Quite honestly, I stopped playing live in my probably like my teens, my early 20s. I mean, I want to say I think the live show I did before playing again in 2018, I think it was 1987 or 1988. It was like a 30 or 31 year layoff for me. Um, so I haven't been doing this forever, so to speak. Um, I just joined, a lot of the Facebook groups when you're on Facebook and you kind of discover these things like, the Melodic Mafia, Glam Rock Cities, Glam Metal Universe, Glam Hot Metal, all of these different groups. And you start finding out, there's actually bands that are like today bands, your Crazy Licks, your hardcore superstars, and you're listening to these bands and you're thinking, this is really cool. These guys are doing this like 80s vibe music and they're doing it now. And you think to yourself,
Yes.
I can do that. So that's kind of how I got my start back into it, if that was the question you're asking. And I've slowly evolved. I've had a couple of different bands or projects that have led up to Love and Chains. And there's two of these, projects that are still current. Love and Chains is the one that has the most recent release.
Mhm. But you started actually in the 70s, and your favorite band is Kiss, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And as you were talking, we were talking, prior, you'd mentioned being, a huge Elvis fan. My favorite person before Kiss, of course, Elvis Presley. And I
Yes.
was very,
Here we
I
go.
was,
You didn't tell me this. Ah,
well,
here we go.
yeah, but and the strange thing is, my mom was, of course, a massive, massive Elvis Presley fan. She had like a record collection that you would not believe. She had like the original Sun Records 45 of That's All Right
Wow.
Mama. She had all of the RCA releases on 45s, the albums, everything. So she was like the Elvis diehard. And the year that he passed away in 1977, I actually got to see him perform live. I think I was 9 years old, and we saw him perform at the Hollywood Sportatorium
Wow.
in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Yeah, it was a great experience. It was, and I still remember, being 9 years old, seeing Elvis, and just watching all of these women, because it was the crowd, of course, was mostly women, and you're just seeing all these women just like losing their shit because it didn't matter that at that point he was, let's be honest, he was jumpsuit Elvis, he was overweight. They didn't see him that way. To these women, and actually even to me, I kind of recognized that he was kind of big, but I mean, even to me, we're like, you're still looking at him like he's young, svelte, good looking Elvis, or even Elvis from like the comeback concert, or whatever. It was
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met a Elvis fan. He was not an Elvis fan in 1973, and he was in Hawaii
Hmm.
when Elvis did his Aloha from Hawaii, the special
Oh
was
yeah,
done,
yeah.
broadcasted around the world, and he was working. He was for working there, and he got a ticket. He said he
Mhm.
didn't want to go there, and a friend said, "Are you crazy? You can see Elvis Presley when you have a free ticket. Watch it." He said, "This night changed my life. I became an Elvis fan after this show because it was
Mhm.
magic when he entered the stage. Damn, it was
Yeah.
electric in the air, and yeah."
Yeah,
But
we're
we are not here
talking
for
about it.
Elvis
I had
Presley.
goosebumps.
You didn't tell me this with Elvis. You know, the closest I got to Elvis, I must say, my first book. A friend of mine, he visited Graceland, and he put my book to the Elvis grave. And he said, "Oh, people, out of the picture, I want to have a picture for my friend Richie." And my book is right on the grave of Elvis Presley. This was the closest I got with Elvis. All right, Love in Chains. What a surprise for me! Like I said, a great album, and we have a link where our people can buy this. It was, let me see, what was it? I have already the banner. Here is the banner. Hier da draußen könnt ihr euch eindecken mit Love in Chains. Da findet ihr alles. Shirts, CDs, Alben, alles was es von der Band gibt. Und das ist eine richtig coole Band. It's cool because, yes, you're right. The vibe of the 80s. This was because I grew up in the 80s. And
right.
I love young bands. And you have actually, if you see the pictures, we have a chance today to see in the videos, the pictures, you put young people around you, quite young. You have one, you say, this is the Justin Bieber of the band, you told me today.
Well, actually, the people in the band are all, quite honestly, about the same age as me, with the exception of Brian Carl. Brian Carl is a little younger than us. But Jason is close in age to me. I think we're actually the same age. And Rob Kane, I think he's like a year or two younger than me. We're all actually older guys. I guess it's just the clean living that kind of gives us a little bit of a younger
young
look.
To be honest. They look quite young. So give me a little introduction to this album. This is your debut album.
Yes.
Called Everyday Hero.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the single. I mean, we don't need to talk about too much about this because the video tells you the story. Actually, this is about all these brave people who are doing these daily jobs, save people's lives, and in service. Why was it important for you to call this album Everyday Hero?
Well, Heroes? Strangely, we weren't going to call the album Everyday Heroes. We had another cover in mind, cover concept. We were working with Nello DeLomo, who does a lot of artwork for Frontiers. He's done, actually, for the last 3 albums, he's done all of my artwork as well. The guy's amazing. But we realized very quickly that there was another album that he'd done recently that had a very similar cover. And so we, when I was talking to him, I said, I've got a song on this album. It's called Everyday Heroes. It's, pretty dear to me because I'm a respiratory therapist by trade. And I think it would probably be a lot more fitting as an album cover. And he agreed. I sent him a picture of, and I told him what I was looking for. I was looking for the police, fire, armed services, and medical to be like Batman, like in the Gotham sky for the album cover. And I sent him a picture of New York City that I actually took on 9/11, and he just kind of created the album cover from that, and it just that's how it kind of evolved into the Everyday Heroes as far as the name of the album and everything else. Truth be told, it was going to be called something else, but happy accidents are probably the best ones, and it's probably more appropriate that we called it what we did.
Like I said, I had the kit here with all the songs, and the next song I checked out, it was Locked and Loaded. Yeah. And this was like, what the fuck? This is not like this is not this melodic hard rock I expected. This but you know what, before I talk, let's talk later. And here's Locked and Loaded und viel Spaß da draußen. Geiler Song, great song. Mike, well done.
Thank you.
Here is Love in Chains, Locked and Loaded.
Come alive. I'm somewhere on a Friday, I'm getting paid. say the least. Don't hold a rumble in the asphalt jungle machine. It's a dream. Just a pedal to the metal with a rubber beats around and a pink that's in between. Now, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Locked and loaded. Locked and loaded. Wake up in the morning, roll out of bed, how much more can I take? Put time all day, crazy, come another day, another dollar to make. But if the money is flowing, you know where I'm going, 'cause we all got bills to pay. From the weekend comes the taxes and elbows paying. Running away. Yeah, yeah. Locked and loaded. Yeah, yeah. Locked and loaded. Locked and Out 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yes. Damn.
Hey, before
This was
before we get going, I just want to say hello to all the people that are in the chat. I was looking for a way to respond to them, and for some reason or another, I can't type into the comments section. But I just want to say hi to everybody.
You wrote me this in a private chat.
Yeah, I know.
No, Mike.
Yeah,
Only I can see it.
Yeah, there's no way for me to. I don't know why, but it looks like there's no way for me to comment on there. So I just wanted to say hi to everybody, and
You know
thanks
what?
for tuning in.
You know we do it now, Mike. We do it
Mm.
now in person.
Right.
Here's the first one. Peter says hello. So now you can greet him one by one.
Oh, okay. What's up, Peter? How you doing, man?
Yeah. Huggy,
Hey, what's going on, brother?
the crazy head.
Yeah, look at that hat.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good first
That's
name.
that's our the hardcore. They're every day here.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Mikkel Schäfer. We talk about a fan package.
Mhm.
There is the place where the fan package arrives.
Okay.
Ronald
Sounds good.
and Mikkel. Yes.
Yeah.
Haley in Munich says hello to you.
What's up?
Of course, the guy who set up everything.
Yeah.
This is
There
Thomas.
he is, dude. Yeah.
Yes.
We've been chatting back and forth.
Yeah.
All right.
Since he took over to the booking, I don't have to do this.
Well,
Lucky
that's
me.
gotta be easier.
Yeah, many emails are wrote.
Yeah.
Locked and loaded. Like I
Yeah,
said
man.
before, this was like a shock. Like I was, what the hell? I expected something completely different, and it was like, hey, now we're talking. This is and this album, to be honest, it's a masterpiece. If you're on this
Wow.
on this music, if you like
Mhm.
this music, there is. I hear Skid Row. I hear Winger. I hear Warrant, especially Warrant.
If there was a band that started with W in the 80s, they're probably in there. Winger, Warrant, Whitesnake. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who did you, just a quick question, who did Locked and Loaded remind you of? Because I can tell you where the influence came from. I just want to see if you can hear it.
Well, like I said, I hear a little bit Skid Row. I hear a little bit Warrant, Red, Token not, because under lock and key would be a little bit thing. What was it? Tell me.
Actually, that song was really, really heavily influenced by Queen.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like it was just, oh man. And now that I say that, I say it on, and then of course it's like, I'm just thinking of Locked and Loaded over and over again. And now I can't think of the name of the song, the Queen song, because it's killing me. But yeah, it was actually very Queen, Stone Cold Crazy was the song that kind of inspired that.
That's right. Yeah. You're right.
But yeah, that, and it had like a little bit of a Van Halen influence, I guess, when it came to like the guitar solo, but it's very, very heavily Queen influenced. And Rob Kane, the lead singer, when I first sent him the song, it had a bridge in it, and the bridge had like a very jazz like breakdown, and it was just basically all based off the bass. There was actually even a bass solo in there, and our mix engineer and co-producer Ty Sims pulled it. He's like, no jazz bass odyssey in this song. This song is too heavy. It changes the song. Song sounds stronger without it. We're going without it. Rob and I were a little bit crushed. We really kind of like the jazz bass odyssey. Maybe we'll do it live. But yeah, love that song. I thought it was a great way to kick off an album, just kind of punch you in the face.
Well, let's say David Lee Roth solo album, Skyscraper, has also this kind of rhythm, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you can find a lot cool stuff on this album. Locked and Loaded, is this a special story to the song? What is important for you?
No, that song was just a song where it's like sometimes you just have this feeling where you just, you know, like when you write music, sometimes stuff just comes to you like, you know, out of a flurry. The song itself, like the dun 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 dun, that was in my head for a while, but when I started laying it down, like when I finally like got a computer that had like a digital audio workstation, and I started laying the song down, all of the other parts just kind of came to me in a flash, and like that Queen vibe just hit me, and I just wanted to write something that was kind of in your face, powerful, kind of anthemic, so to speak, and just something that I thought would be like a great album opener or an album closer, and there it was. There's, you know, it's that feeling of you're just, you know, you're locked and loaded. You're ready to, you're just down for anything. It's just, you're there. Does it make sense?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. There are songs in here that there are some songs that you'll play that do have some personal meanings, and I could probably get it a little bit more in depth. That song's just an all-out rocker. There was no other way to describe it. Yeah.
And let's say, big surprise for me. So, you know, okay, this goes in a completely different direction now, because like, I expected a smooth melodic hard rock evening. I think no, that's actually very freshy. I love it. Let's play the next song. And for me, it was hard to choose because I had not so much time to prepare for every song video. The next one is Less Than Zero. Also, very cool vibe, the song. And would say, let's play it and let's talk later what is about Less Than Zero.
There's a full moon out tonight. All you're seeing are the stars. They're just spinning around your head. I can see that all is lost. Lately I've been thinking, sirens scream you just don't hear. Can't notice the warnings coming at you loud and clear. You never stay true. It's got a hold of you. You're less than zero. Never be who you wanna be. Say what you wanna say. And face reality. You're less than zero. Hit by the hurricane. Can't take all the pain. There's no one else to blame. Your hands are reaching out, searching for a bag of tricks. I can hear you crying now, begging for another fix. The lights are flashing red as the train moves down the tracks. You could be taking your last breath as your night just fades to black. You'll never stay true. It's got a hold of you. You're less than zero. Never be who you wanna be. Say what you wanna say. And face reality. You're less than zero. Hit by the hurricane. Can't take all the pain. There's no one else to blame. One day you will need it. One day you'll live without it. I hope it's someday soon, before it gets the best of you. You're less than zero. Never be who you wanna be. See what you wanna see. Can't face reality. You're less than zero. Hit by the hurricane. Can't take all the pain. There's no one else to blame. You're less than zero. Never be who you wanna be. See what you wanna see. Can't face reality. You're less than zero. Hit by the hurricane. Can't take all the pain. There's no one else to blame.
Yes, I love this riff. Do you know the band Tigers of Pantang?
I have heard of the band Tigers of Pantang. I would be lying to you if I said I knew a whole lot about them.
It's a little bit style like this. This is the old fellas. They're already on a road for 40 years, I guess. So, and they have Jacob, the great singer. Sounds a little bit like this, a little bit, you know. It's a style from the range, and great harmonies. Very, very cool. You produce everything in your studio, or where was it produced?
No, actually, what we do, because the band is kind of split up throughout the United States, I do like all of the. What I'll do is I'll do like a full demo of the song that has like the drums, the bass, the guitars, my vocals on it, which are not as good as Rob's, of course. And I'll send them to Rob, and I'll just send him the instrumental version of it, and Rob will lay down his vocal tracks, and then we send everything into a gentleman by the name of Ty Sims, who has mixed and mastered and co-produced the last two albums that I put out, one by a band called Steel City, and then this Love and Chains. And he actually gets everything, he kind of arranges everything and puts it all together for us, and makes it sound as amazing as it does.
It's amazing, 100%.
He's a
I-
killer. He's a killer mix artist, man. I couldn't mix engineer producer. I could not recommend him enough to anybody looking for, a solid producer. This is Ty Sims and his good friend Eric Johnson. Those guys are amazing. Eric actually played bass and drums on this album, and he
Okay.
contributed backing vocals as well. And JC and Brian are actually, like I said, they're like the touring guys for the bass and drums. They'll be on the album moving on all music moving forward. It was just the way we got this album done.
The mix of this album. Before we talk about it, we have another very, very cool guy. This is Hannes Rittel. If you ever try to play in Austria, this is the guy. He's the booker in Austria for festivals and tours, and long time in the business. You look at him, long hair.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah, I'm not
Thomas,
jealous of the long hair, I promise.
Hannes, grüße dich, lieber Hannes. Schön, dass du reinschaust. And yeah, that's
Very cool.
important. That's important. People for our show bring us always great bands from Austria to the show. We have a lot already, and this is a very, very cool scene also in Austria, I must say. Not only Germany, Austria has a great metal scene, rock and metal scene. Very cool. Less Than Zero. Interesting title. Give me a story to this. So,
well, have you ever seen the movie Less Than Zero?
No.
Okay, it was a movie that starred a lot of members of what they used to call the Brat Pack, which was like the Robert Downey Jr.'s of the world, Rob Lowe's of the world. Although Rob Lowe wasn't in this movie, the prime character was one of the primary characters was Robert Downey Jr. And the movie is about basically him struggling with his drug addiction, and so the song, of course, is about struggling with drug addiction. It was inspired by it. Honestly, I was like 19 or 20 years old when I wrote this song. It was inspired by the movie, but at the same time, I think it was a universal message that people could identify with, and because I think many of us know someone who has struggled with some form of addiction, and it was just how that person goes through, it's how that person goes through this, the accountability that comes with it, and wanting to make yourself better.
Yeah. Keep on.
One of the other really cool things about that was the riff itself was a little bit different when I sent it to Ty, and like I said, his partner Eric Johnson actually sent me back an idea to change that introductory riff ever so slightly. And just those slight changes that he made, to me, made all the difference in the world in the song. And it just made it heavier, had a bit more groove to it. And I think it just really flowed very well.
You know what is interesting in this song? There are some chords in the song who are not straight like you expected. Like there's some very interesting. I'm not a guitar player. Right. Hannes will maybe really spotted this. Oh, there's something different, not steady. Dun, 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 dun. No, there's something a little bit jazzy in the song. Jazzy, I don't know, it might be wrong, but it's a little bit different. And if you listen to the song more often, today I listened to this 4th time now, the last time, and yeah, there is some changes in the song. They are very interesting. Was it on purpose, or was this from a producer that put something?
I think it goes back to what we're talking about in regard to some of the things that like I said that Eric did, because the song actually the chords might have been a little bit more straightforward in the chorus itself, and Eric just kind of, like I said, he mixed it up a little bit, and like I said, it made it sound a little bit more interesting. It made the vibe a little bit different on the song. To me, it made the song stronger, and it gave it a little bit more punch. So if we're talking about the the riff and the chorus, then yeah, most definitely that's where that comes from. And all credit to him for making those changes that really kind of set it apart.
Ja, like I said, für alle draußen, ich sehe jetzt gerade wieder, wir haben ein paar neue Likes auf Facebook bekommen. Bitte im Facebook rübergehen zu YouTube. Gleich rüber, schaufeln, da spielt die Musik bis zum Ende. YouTube, im Facebook leider nicht. Das wird schon bald, kann in jeder Minute zu Ende sein auf unsere Facebook-Ding. Wir sind auf 3 Portalen gleichzeitig, auf meiner privaten Facebook-Seite, auf unserer METALHEADS FOREVER Seite und auf YouTube. Und die Seite wird dann auch, die Sendung wird auch gelöscht auf Facebook dann auch. Also besten gleich rübergeben und uns ein Like da lassen und da seid ihr bei uns dabei und einloggen und mitschreiben. Ihr da draußen habt ihr Fragen an den guten Mike. Ich kann es dann auch übersetzen. Wenn ihr Fragen habt zum Album oder was oder zu den Songs, haut es raus. Alright. Now we come to a video.
Okay.
You have 2 videos already released.
Right.
And one video actually, Hannes Rittler write something for you, and I give it now.
Oh man, it's great to be here. You kidding? This is pretty awesome, man. Definitely, it's a great experience being here, and I can't thank you guys enough for having me and Love and Chains. We appreciate it.
For our fans, this is for some of them, like Heli, for example. For him, it is like Bahnhof, train station, because his English is very little. Mm-hmm. But we have always great songs between. So they appreciate the videos more than our talking. But people like Hannes or Tom, so they understand exactly. Und ja, wenn ihr Fragen habt oder was Spezielles da draußen, bitte einfach fragen und ich werde es dann auch übersetzen. Wenn es speziell für euch ist, macht man doch. Let's play Darkness Falls. Another video, cool video. And then let's talk what is Darkness Falls. Here we go.
And I feel the
Yes. Feeling right like in the 80s. This was the time. I love the 80s, to be honest.
Yeah,
This was for me the century I really felt happy. This was a happy 10 years, to be
it's a
honest.
good time to be alive, man.
Yes.
It sure was.
Experience all the great bands coming out, especially the Hollywood stuff. Oh, I love it. A little bit here was a little bit Vince Neil. There's so much to yeah. If I listen to your music, to be honest, I have always like a cinema in my head. It was
Mhm.
I hear this somehow. I hear it before. It's so cool. Old stuff, but somehow new with a new sound. Technology is amazing.
Yeah, I think Ty's production has a lot to do with it having like a bit of a modern feel to it because the songs themselves, they're kind of lent more to like that 80s hard rock sound. But I think, like I said, with the production, with how good Ty is at what he does, it just kind of makes it sound a little bit more fresh and a little bit more up to date.
Ja, hier sie. Richtig geiler Rock. Yeah. And Hannes said there's the scream. Exactly. This scream, this was a typical Vince Neil scream.
Oh, the ending
Yes.
scream. Yeah,
And
Rob's a huge Dokken fan. I think that's kind of where he pulled that from. So
the only, without bashing Don Dokken. I mean, but yeah, we are here the truth. I saw some videos now with Don Dokken. He even can reach this heights anymore. And this is riding on a name. This is somehow, if it's not work anymore, it's better you let the legacy or not destroy it.
yeah, I hear you. I guess and there's a lot of people that say or feel that way. I would have to, in a way, politely disagree, because I think he's got such a stellar band around him. He really, really does. John Levin is an amazing guitarist,
The band is great.
and BJ Zamp on drums. I've actually played live with BJ and worked with BJ before on another album. Um, and Chris McCarville really he does a great job of hitting those high notes. I feel you in some ways, and in some ways I'm just like, these guys, it's like, I think it's up to them to say when they want to quit, and if he wants to continue, then God bless him, let him continue. I hear you though. I know what you're saying. It's like when you hear like certain other bands when they're performing live, you're like, it's not the same as what it once was. But I think
I
a lot
mean,
of people like to go to those shows because it really kind of teleports them back to that time when like you said, the 80s was your truly happy time for a lot of folks to go see Dokken or to go see another band or whomever it is. It kind of teleports them back into that nostalgic time when they felt most happy, and it brings them back to, these great times in their lives. So as far as I'm concerned, like these guys want to continue doing it, God bless them, let them continue. But I hear
it's no bashing because I feel sorry
yeah,
actually, because Under Lock and Key, this album was in rotation. I love this album.
yeah.
Lightning Strikes Again, for example, was my favorite song of this album.
Mm-hmm.
And George Lynch, what this was such a fucking cool album, and when I see the videos and then all the comments, which is not one positive comment anymore, they're all saying give it up, it's awful, it's horrible. I mean, people like yeah, they must see this, they must read this, how they feel, and that's what I mean. Maybe it's better, but it's the passion also. It's also the passion to he won't be on stage because it's a passion, of course.
Yeah. That's you're kind of like stuck between that rock and a hard place. Do you quit because because you don't really have the juice that you once had, or do you continue because you just love doing it? And it's like I said, I think I respect them and I leave it up to them to decide. And it's like when I try to avoid like all the commentary on stuff like that when you see, because I've seen it for for him, for other people, and it's like I don't need to comment on that.
Me too. I don't.
Yeah.
I never comment on this. I leave it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. But I've seen him a couple of times live, and I always enjoy it because, you know, like I said, I get to see BJ when I go to see Dokken, and John Levin's probably one of my favorite guitar players these days. I mean, that guy's incredible. Quick question: what's your favorite Dokken album?
Under Lock and Key.
Under Lock and Key.
Yes.
Believe it or not, yeah. I mean, I'd have to say it for me. It's Erase the Slate. And it does, and that has Reb Beach on guitar. I'd say it's Erase the Slate, or the album that was supposed to be, you know, the next Dokken album, which was Don Dokken's solo album, you know, that has John Norum and Billy White on guitar. I love those two albums. I think those are fantastic.
Yeah, absolute. But this was a special album for me. This, I don't know why this has everything with this Kratom lightning strikes again. What a awesome,
good tune.
Awesome,
Killer stuff.
Darkness Falls. Give me a little story to Darkness Falls before we go to the next. And next one will be surprised because he told me before some story. But Darkness Falls, what is the story?
Darkness Falls, man. It's just, you know, one of those. I think everybody at some point in their life, you know, no matter how positive you are, no matter how good you feel about yourself, everybody's at some point in their life battles things like loneliness, and they have like some self-doubt, or, you know, and that's what the song's really about. It's about battling loneliness. It's about battling that, you know, those questions about yourself, the despair that you sometimes feel. You know, you stand alone when darkness falls. It's how, again, hoping to rise above that. I mean, but the song itself is about the despair that one feels and the loneliness. So that's where the idea of the song came from. The riff, I can't remember when and where I came up with it, but I loved it. That's like becoming my favorite key to write out of, like now, F sharp minor, because it just sounds so heavy. It's like the same key that actually that the Final Countdown's in. Crazy Train, I believe, is in the same key. Yeah, I mean, it's like becoming a favorite key to write out of for me, for sure. And the solo on that song was a little bit different. When I first instead of having like those really quick runs in the middle solo, I had like a little bit of a different vibe. And my wife actually listened to it, and she's like, "That sounds like the Final Countdown solo. You need to change it." And so I did. But it was just kind of funny because you know, I think everybody, you know, people that have that we've talked to before, they kind of know I'm like a huge John Norum fan. I'm a huge Key Marcello fan. Europe is those guys in that band are probably two of my favorite guitar players, along with like guys like Ace Frehley, Vinnie Vincent, you know, Dave Meniketti. So
yeah. Rescue Me. This is my favorite song from YNT. I love it. Ooh.
Have you seen them live yet?
No.
Nicest guy in the world. He, you know, I've met him on more than one occasion, and what a great dude. Nice guy. Comes out and, you know, hangs with the fans after the show to meets everybody individually. He's really good. Dave Meniketti's really he's solid, man. And live, they are amazing. Probably one of my favorite bands, even to this day, to see live. I think I've seen them like 4 or 5 times now, and every single time.
Yesterday and today.
Yeah, every single time. I'm like,
actually, this could say today our show, Love It Chains, yesterday and today. You know?
There you go.
There you go. No,
yeah.
I love it, to be honest. I love to talk to fellas who are around so long, because they have a history, they have a story, you know, and this I really love to talk about, like other bands. The next song is probably one of my highlights, favorites of the album, and it's a quiet song, but because I love to in a concert, I love doing the show, have something go a little bit deeper and relax, and this is a fantastic tune, and I had a fun in my little time I had to prepare a little video, different as others. And Daniel told me, you have a video, but not released yet. So
correct.
This video will be only in this show forever, but not released. Because
thank you for doing it, man. That's an amazing thing. I appreciate that. That's pretty awesome.
I mean, now comes actually the first one was actually the easy one, because I try to get so many in my spare time, to so many as possible, because if I have only 2 videos, so what I do, we cannot run the show with 2 videos, so we need more videos to support the interview and support the band, and that's why I do this, to make our show better and of course support the band. And now comes actually my favorite song, and this is Cherry Wine. We're not talking about Cherry Pie because we talked about Warren before. No, Cherry Wine. What a cool song. What a good vibe. That's when I hear songs like Uncle Tom's Cabin, for example. There's these songs that has, or Skid Row, the ballads, I Remember You, like they have something special. You hear them and you immediately like them, And this was a song, I heard it, I said, oh, that is cool. That makes me happy to make something, not only copy the song.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Thank you so much.
Let's watch and listen to this fantastic tune for Cherry Wine, and then you tell me the story. Okay.
But never anything like you. With your love so sweet, heaven sent for me, proving that the good Lord is true. Yeah, the good Lord is true. but never anything like you.
Yeah, I love this song.
Thank you, man. That's actually, I usually don't have, I try not to have favorites on an album. I think it's natural. That's my favorite song, and I think it's probably one of the best songs I've ever written. And I wrote it for my
Absolutely.
wife. That's the story. It's just a song to my wife. I'd like to say there's something more to it, but that's it.
Let's
So,
say your wife is in the video, but you know, I was thinking what I can put inside here in the story, and then I thought, you know what? And I was searching, and then I found this woman with a
mhm.
wine, and then say that is perfect for the chorus.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah,
that was really cool, dude. I was blown away. That was awesome.
I
That was
watched you. Actually, I watched it. I have a come over here, and you nice. That's I like, you know, because nobody told me to do this. You know, I want to do it
yeah,
because it would be awful to have only the cover. That's it. You know, this would be the easy the way to
mhm.
cover. No, there must be a little bit something to. If I have more time, I could do much more better. But
Oh, dude, that was amazing. Are you kidding me?
thank
That
you.
was awesome. Yeah, that was incredible. But I'm
You
glad
you,
you like this song.
you can hear it's a love song. You can hear it's
Mhm.
yeah,
It
great.
was that song was like I was really really concerned about it because to me it just when I wrote it when I like the acoustic piece especially it sounded familiar and I sent it to a few of my friends and I was like does this sound like any is this something else, you know, is this a song because I didn't and they're like no dude, they're like that's just a good riff and I was like okay because it was very Zeppelin-y very and honestly to me it was kind of female Zeppelin, very heart-ish. When I wrote the song, actually, the lyrics, the vocalist that I heard in my head when I was writing that song was Ann Wilson through and through. That's who I heard singing when I wrote that song. I was just really happy to be able to make something that had like that. Uh, I
But
get
but
to me
but you're
that's
right.
like
This has
what's that?
a Zeppelin. This has a Zeppelin vibe. This is
Yeah,
Robert Plant. This how I can imagine Robert Plant would the song sing exactly like this.
yeah. It was like
Nice.
very Zeppelin-y, very heart-ish. I actually thought about at one point seeing if we can make this into a duet um, with so you know to have like a female singer come in and sing it with Rob. But the Rob just did such an amazing job on it. I mean, to me,
Yes.
he just knocked it out of the park. It just sounded so good. It would to me, it almost seemed like it would have been an injustice to have somebody else singing on it with him. So we just kept it the way it was because he performed it incredibly. And like I said, to me, this is probably one of the best songs, if not the best song I've ever written. I love it. So
Read this. Maybe you saw it before. This is a
uh,
nice comment. Yeah.
yeah, I saw that. I was reading that when I was going through the video. I was like, that's just that blown away by that comment. That's just so kind, man. I was like, wow, that's really cool to see that.
Honest. Du machst uns alles, ja, du bringst es zu Tränen, tröst uns. Then we have to say hello to our Gisela. Gisela, sei gegrüßt. Sie hat Saxon. She was in the front row of Saxon
Oh,
yesterday.
nice.
Yeah, and I saw in a video, right
Hmm.
in the middle, our Gisela, second eldest member of our fan club.
Oh,
Yeah,
very cool.
yeah, she's 29, always,
Nice. Always. Forever 29.
forever 29.
There you go.
Yes, I like this, but I don't want to verfickt geile Show. You don't want to know what this means.
Okay.
Fucking cool show. You expect nothing, you get everything. Metalheads forever. Thank you, motherfucker.
That's
You know,
awesome.
you know. Can you tell me? I asked so many metalheads already, the old fellas. Ask them why the especially Americans, they always say motherfucker, motherfucker, and give me an example. Why this motherfucker? Because if you say Germany, you call them motherfuckers in German, they would say come down and you get something what means is the only thing I would make sense for me is that one thing maybe it comes from the blacks, the motherfucker, and what explanation from Mike?
Man, I have none. I don't know. I think just swearing feels good. Sometimes, everybody tries to mind their P's and Q's and be polite, but every now and again, just letting out a good cuss word just feels good, man. A lot of
I
times,
think I heard the very first time if a concert in the 80s was Vince Neil.
Mhm.
I think he said I heard it first time, but maybe I'm wrong. But I cannot remember that Iron Maiden or Rob Halford or even Lemmy. I cannot remember that in the early 80s
Mhm.
that he actually Vince Neil was the first I heard this. But okay.
And I don't know. I think maybe the Americans are a little bit more laid back when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm only speculating there.
And
I know
maybe the metalheads they need something to copy, like Devil's Horn from Ronnie, and
Yeah, and that the devil's horn is actually, when you're doing that, that what that actually is.
yes,
It's the Malaccio, warding off the evil eye. He was Italian American. It's an Italian American or an Italian thing.
Yeah, Ronnie explained it many times that his grandmother actually did this when they walked on the street with him, and he did all this, keep the evil eyes away, the evil spirit.
Yeah, for sure. But that's kind of cool.
Of course.
Yeah. All right.
We have it even in our logo, you see? The Devil's Horn. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Very, very cool today. Thank you so much for spend time with us and explain. And I love to discuss. It's something different, something, go a little back to the 80s. And this is always for me. And I know Hannes, for example, he's my age, nearly my age. And he loves shows like this when we go deep and talk about metal in the 80s and something like this. Yeah. We go to the next song. We have three more to go. We are good in time. Very good. The next song, and this was very hard always, because you have 10 songs for an album, and what song it's not fair because there are so many. Even I was close to put a cover in, but I thought, no, I leave it today completely to the original stuff from Love in Chains. There's a cover from one of my favorite songs of your favorite band.
Oh yeah, but the Love Gun cover.
Love Gun, yeah, great. And this is a great version. So ihr da draußen, falls ihr das Album holt, da sind wirklich so geile Songs auf diesem Album drauf. Ich kann es nur wiederholen. Holt ihr das Album, ein sehr, sehr, sehr cooles Album. Da ist auch Love Gun drauf, also der Kiss-Klassiker. Sehr, sehr cool gecovert und sounds much more fresher than Kiss himself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's fresh. It's heavy.
Here's an interesting tidbit for you on that song. The only thing I did on that song, usually I'll play all the guitars. Rob actually played all of the guitars in that song except for the guitar solos. That's the only thing I did on that song. That's it. And it was just kind of fun. And so it came out great. Rob's actually a really good guitar player. And sometimes he'll send me stuff and he'll say things like, I don't know if I did that solo okay. And I'm like, it's awesome. He doesn't give himself enough credit as guitar player. He's really good.
What is your favorite Kiss song? Who pops up in Tuck right now?
Oh my gosh, that's a tough call, man. My favorite Kiss songs are probably songs like "I," which is off of The Elder. For sure, I love that song. We actually might do a cover of that. We've been talking about it. Rock Bottom off of Dress to Kill, and Unholy or Take It Off of Revenge. I love Revenge.
Cool.
Revenge
yeah, Unholy, this would be my second choice. But my all-time favorite since I was a kid was I Stole Your Love.
Oh, it's a good tune.
Somehow I love this song. When I was a kid and I had my very first Kiss album, still in the 70s, was Kiss Alive 2. And how much I love this album. Oh man, even it was not live. Now we know that Bob Kulick was actually much more playing on this album. But
Oh yeah. Everybody says Ace Frehley is their favorite guitar player, and I love Ace. Actually, I have a Washburn Ace Frehley signature guitar, but you find out that half of what you thought was Ace was actually Bob Kulick, and it's a little, or Vinnie Vincent off Creatures of the Night. And
yes,
it's a little soul crushing. That's okay.
and don't forget Anton Fick
Yeah.
as drummer.
Or Tommy Thayer, which basically played the pretty much the entire Psycho Circus album. So
Yeah,
good times.
But but to be honest, that's just another story with Kiss. They're still filling the stadiums nowadays.
Oh yeah.
And that's
Oh,
what is amazing. And everybody who was there in a Kiss concerts in Germany, like our Heike,
Mhm.
she loves Kiss forever now, and it was a fucking cool show. Everybody says cool. Nobody knows how
Yeah.
much is live still, we don't know, but it's the vision, the legend, and they're in the 70s. Come on, this is a matter of time. Then they will say, okay, quit, because it's hard to be in this gear.
Oh, yeah.
Like Gene Simmons says, it's 40 pounds of gears in a show.
70-year-old dude walking around with 40 pounds of gear on him.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive, if you ask me.
Yes. All right, let's play the next song, Rain. That's what I try to explain. Rain. Let's talk. Let's listen first, and then let's talk about Rain. Here we go.
Another day in the city, another night in hell. Nothing changes, everything stays the same. Another day in the clown show, another midnight rodeo. Pretty and reckless, I'm teamed up again. Here I stand on the firing line with a blindfold and a nice cigarette, chasing that dream. Won't you save me? I wanna break these chains, but it ain't happened yet. I feel ashamed.
My heart is laughing. My heart is jumping. That is my sound, man.
Oh,
This
nice.
is so awful, awful, awesome. Why I have awful in my head. Yeah, that's absolute cool sound. Back to the 80s. In a very, the sound is, I always listen very loud. And I get off for sure. But I love it. You must listen loud in the headphone. This is so great.
Mm-hmm.
Great
Oh, thank
story.
you. Appreciate it. Oh, the story behind the song.
Yes.
Oh man, well, it's like, another day in the city, another night in hell. I mean, it's just basically about, there's certain parts of life where you just feel like you're stuck in a rut, same shit, everything, same crap, everything's always happening. You're standing on a firing line about to get your ass beat yet again, but you just feel like, something's going to change. You're turning the corner. You could feel the change coming. You could feel the rain in the air. It's just going to start pouring down and washing away all the crap, because things are just going to get better. It's not going to be the same anymore. You're going to rise above it. That's kind of what the story behind the song is.
Are there any plans to bring this band to Europe?
Are there, I don't know. And to answer that question honestly, I would absolutely love that. I know, like Jason and I have talked about it. We would love to do something to that effect, like to come to Europe, whether anywhere in Europe. It's just a matter of us, four guys, four working individuals. Because let's be honest, no one, unless you are Motley Crue or Kiss or somebody that is just like way up there, you're not making your living in rock and roll. If we could all get the same time off, as far as like a vacation time or whatever, and do anywhere between a few weeks to a month in Europe on a tour, we'd love to do it. It's just a matter of finding a way to arrange that, but if we could, we'd be there so fast it would make your head spin. For sure.
Like Rocky says, if I could, I would.
For sure, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be great. But like I said, it's just a matter of getting everybody together and being able to do, getting everybody together at the same time to be able to do it. Because I know that's what Kick and Valentina does. We've played shows with them. Both Love and Chains and Steel City just played a show with them in Philadelphia. And I know those guys started out doing it on their own, and they made it happen. And look at them now. It's like every time I see them touring Europe and doing something really cool like that, I'm number one, I'm really happy for them, because it's got to be an amazing experience, but it just shows you what hard work and dedication does. So
yeah, this was one of my nightmare. This was Kick and Valentina, Jimmy Barentine. He's a cool cat, but he couldn't hear me, and I had to write the questions here in the private chat. 1 hour, I get headache. You know what I love on this show? There are many people watching, and you think we have 16 people or 20 people watching. No, there's much more in the background. Mm-hmm. And this is the best example. Suddenly, somebody pops up from UK.
Oh, wow.
How you doing? Checking in from UK. I guess we'd love to see Rob sing. Yes, of course.
Yeah. Rob live he's pretty special, man. It's funny though, because when you see Rob on stage, it's like JC and I are like, we're a little bit more animated. Rob's just kind of cerebral, and he's a little bit more laid back than me and JC. But we've only played one show together, and that was in Philly. So what we're going to do is next time we play a show, we're just going to get Rob all riled up so he can come out and be like, yeah.
By the way,
but he's an amazing singer live, man. He's so good.
Of course, you can hear he is very comfortable in front of the microphone, and I'm sure he can do this live as well. By the way, all the videos I produced today, I send you if you want, and you can use it as a fan-made video.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
I'm a fan of this band, to be honest.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's very kind,
it was
man.
Me a really, really, really surprise for me today, because I expected not so much. Hey, he worked. Listen to this. I've worked on a few songs Rob has sung, and now he's got a tone of variety, and a nice guy too. Yes.
Oh yeah, Rob's a good dude. Like I said, he's much more laid back than me, and it's just kind of funny because we're like, I guess it's like the yin and the yang. I'm the guy that's like way out there, 100 miles an hour, hair. Well, I don't have any hair anymore, but hair on fire. And Rob is just like really, he's laid back, and but it's fun hanging out with him. I love hanging out with the guy. I love talking to him on the phone, even just, when we're not talking about music that we're doing, just talking about music or whatever. He's good people.
Lost my hair on fire. So I have something special now, because today I edited all the comments I got from our guests, and this one I need something from you, and
okay.
Somebody special shows you how it goes. Here we go.
Hey guys, this is Marco Mendoza, and you're on Metalheads Forever show with Richie Newton, my buddy. This is a great show. Stick around and support it as much as you can, and we will see you on the road.
Marco Mendoza, I love this guy. He's so long in the business. He works with all the greats and all. Damn, and he's still down to earth, great guy.
Yeah.
Mike, I need something from you like this. Without me.
What's
Can
that?
you do it?
Yeah, do we want to do it now, or do you want to do it after we?
Yeah.
After we're
No,
done?
now, always live, because this is even you say something wrong, we can do it again, because I edit without me. So, hi, this is Mike from Love and Chains, and you're watching Metal From, something like this. Okay.
Okay.
Get rid of
sure.
me and then kick ass. Here we go.
All right. Hey, this is Mike from Love and Chains, and you are hanging out with Richie Newton on Metalheads Forever. Stick around, have some fun, keep rocking. Peace.
Thank you. That was great. Yes, professionals. What can I say? Now we have another killer track, and we talked about it before, and the more I listen to your album today, I say, what the hell? One killer.
Stop.
It's true, because I didn't expect this. I expected that's even announced you as a melodic hard rock band. That's because I knew only 2 songs from you until I got the whole album. I said, wow. And this is a killer track now. It's not only this half tempo rockers. No, you have fast shot like Locked and Loaded was a fast one. This is another one. Here's Down to the Wire. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's kick.
Here comes desire, I'm in trouble, my friends. Cat is on the prowl and ready to break down my defense. Girl, I've waited my whole life just to be alone with you. Sneak a peek, oh hell no, she's giving me the full view. She's coming at me like a giant tidal wave. There ain't no bending me, cause the floor's about to break. It's coming down to the wire. Where seconds count, and love is on the line. Little by little, piece by piece, she's breaking me down. With a sinister smile and a whisper in my ear. Strip tears, I'm on my knees, my safe word is continue. She's electric, mixed with fire and gasoline. When she's coming at you, you're either in or in the way. She's an all-out love affair, so I better save my strength. It's coming down to the wire. When seconds count and love is on the line. Coming down to the wire. Midnight love, gonna set this house on fire. Every time I look at you, I lose my mind. You're the one that drives me crazy.
Yes. Love it. Let's say thank you to Birgit from Pride and Joy, who is your promotion company.
For sure.
Yes.
Big thanks to her. Awesome.
Birgit, vielen lieben Dank für die Recommendation. Weiter so. Geile Bands. You know, sometimes I'm overwhelmed because Tom Gindorf is our booker, and he brings bands, and it's like you cannot 2 weeks, whole month full, you know. And I said, what band? I never heard from this band. And then on the day I discovered this band. I said, what the hell, you know? And there's so many cool cats already here in the last 440. How many we have today? 452 shows.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. But this makes it worth it. This is a lot of stress, a lot of action to prepare for a show like this. But then it's like you have a show. You are all the way, all day on the road, then a little bit backstage, and then we have the best time of the day, the show time, and then the after show party, you know, and then all over again. This 5 days a week, weekend we work as well, you know, because this makes it worth. These 2 hours per day is for me always my pleasure, and hopefully for you too. Dear Mike.
For sure, man. This is awesome. You kidding me? This is great.
Then please, if you have some bands, now you know how this show works. They are all welcome. Contact Tom. Tom is the guy who books, and I'm very happy to welcome you again with you another band.
Okay.
No problem.
For sure. Awesome.
Cool guy.
Sounds fantastic.
I did a photo with you for the social media. You know what? You know, I can't.
Yeah.
I have to press the button. I count to 3, and then give me a cheese or whatever. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Very cool. Thank you so much. You can see this
thank you.
later on. Yes. So we are nearly done. We are bei 1 hour and 32 minutes. Very cool. Ihr da draußen bleibt noch dran. Ich habe noch ein paar Songs vorbereitet für die Aftershow-Party. Ein paar neue Sachen. Sehr, sehr coole Sachen. Noch nie gespielt heute. Gibt es noch ein paar Neues zu entdecken da draußen. Mike, one more time, I play the first song, the single, the title track of this fantastic album. Ihr da draußen, holt das Album. Da kann er nichts falsch machen. Wer auf den Sound steht, if you love this sound, that is a band. And I'm very happy to see that Hannes, for example, he says he's a fan from today. He discovered you.
That's awesome, man. That's killer. Thank you so much, man.
Let's dedicate this song to all these brave people around the world who risking their life for others, you know, risking the life for the community, risking the life for save the family, save a country, you know, and that's a very good message. And I love, but you have the last word, Mike.
I just want to thank everybody that's tuned in today, people that are supporting Love and Chains and supporting rock and roll in general, man. I think it's great. Really like to thank my bandmates, Rob Kane for sure, you know, Jason Cornwell and Brian Carl. I hope we can, you know, take this on a much longer ride than just a debut album. You know, I want to get out there and show the world what we can do, man.
Yes.
But thank you so much for having us, Richie. I really appreciate the time.
If you're in Germany or Austria, especially Germany, it's famous also for the beer. And now you get free beer. A lot of love in form of beer. And ihr da draußen, falls ihr noch keine Biere rausgehauen habt, jetzt haut es raus, last chance. And Gisela gives you a round of beer.
All right.
Be
very
careful
nice.
if you're in Germany and Gisela shows up, she drinks a lot of beer. Be careful.
Well, I'm going to be my wife and I are going to be vacationing in Strasbourg, France in December, which I believe is very close to the German border. And we may actually head over there. I believe there's a festival the first part of December. We might actually go there for a day or so.
If you're in Germany, hang up with us, guys. We are a nice fan club.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That'd be cool.
Hell yeah. All right. Okay. Another beer round. Is he? Hannah sent you nice comment.
There it is. Yeah. The world's not sick, only a few sick people.
In UK,
For sure.
another Prost. Yeah. Fergie sent some beers, round of beer, and of course our booker, Tom.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid if I come to Germany, I think I'm gonna be like completely drunk if I go there.
Yeah, drink, my friend, drink and enjoy.
For sure.
Mike, give my regards to the rest of the gang. It was awesome. Thank you. Great band, Love in Chains. Ich habe nochmal alle Links raus. We can discover you and find you in A&R, Heaven, in Bandcamp. You are in Facebook? Facebook, of course.
Yeah,
because
Love in Chains is on Facebook. We're pretty much everywhere. We've Love in Chain, like I said, Facebook, Instagram. We've got a Twitter account, but I'm going to be honest with you. Twitter is a cesspool. I don't even bother commenting on anything in there. It's just there just to have it, I guess. But we're on Facebook, Instagram. We've got a website, loveandchainsusa.com. You can find us everywhere.
We will find you. And I hope I see you again, my friend.
Mike,
hopefully so. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Awesome band. Awesome debut. Keep rocking and produce another one, because I think you're on fire. I think this is what the world needs. We need positive energy from people like you, and keep this great music alive. And it's not a copy. It's like you hear this before, but somehow it's somehow new. And it's your band. It's Love in Chains. It's for me another great discovery. I love it, and that's why one more time the title track of the album, Everyday Heroes. And today you are my hero. Mike, thank you so much. I salute you.
Thank you, brother.
And say hello to your wife. And
of course.
Let's say today the song Cherry Wine was dedicated to your wife. Okay.
Yeah.
Give a regard to her. Here is
man.
Love in Chains, Everyday Heroes. I salute you, Mike. Take care.
Right back at you. See you.
Everyday hero. Darkness falls across the city. I turn
Liebe Leute, drückt auf die Glocke hier, weil ihr müsst unbedingt mitkriegen, wenn hier wieder was Neues läuft. Auf die Glocke drücken! Ganz wichtig!
Jawohl, das war Love in Chains, sehr, sehr coole Band. Habe ich zu viel versprochen, wer auf diesen Sound steht, eine super, super geile Band und ein sehr, sehr sympathischer Gast. Ja, so, willkommen zur Aftershow Party and maybe our friends in UK is still watching and around the world. This is our Aftershow Party, which I play some videos, new stuff from new labels and ja, willkommen und ich würde sagen, losgehen jetzt mit einem längeren Song. Und zwar Avatarium, haben wir einen geilen Song rausgebracht, der Song Stockholm. Hier ist Avatarium.
A man was falling like a leaf. He changed his mind halfway down. Oh, Stockholm. He turned into a butterfly and flew away out of this town, way away from Stockholm. A solitary trumpet plays for him, for lost and love somehow. Oh, Stockholm. And snowflakes cover earth and doubt. A captive loves a captive's vow. Way away in Stockholm. These streets are so cold. his hand. Don't forget, eyes to the sky. Oh, Stockholm. And someday you might understand broken hearts and butterflies way away in Stockholm.
Das war mir sehr gut. Ich habe noch ein bisschen Brotzeit gemacht nebenbei. 6 Minuten 41. Jawohl. Die nächsten sind ein bisschen kürzer. Die nächste Band, ich weiß gar nicht, wie man die ausspricht. Tragedian oder Tragedian? Könnt ihr jetzt aussuchen. Ich sage mal Tragedian. Okay? Tragedian, geiler Song. Out of the Darkness ist der Song. Out of the Dark, sorry. Hier sind Tragedian Attacke.
You think your actions will reach
Jawohl. So geil. Also Masterminds dahinter. Weißt du, wie es euch geht? Ein geiler Gast, geile Musik, geiles Album zu besprechen. Irgendwie ist das Feeling einfach geil. Ich finde richtig gut gelaunt und ja, Musik ist einfach das Beste, was es gibt. So, die nächste Band hatte ich überhaupt nicht am Zettel und habe immer gesearcht, was gibt es noch, welche Bands, was kann man noch reinnehmen in Ding. Und ja, nochmal eine, ich habe schon fast gesagt, das wäre die gleiche Band wie gestern mit Künstler Vibe auf dem Ausschauen, aber ist nicht. Schaut aber ähnlich aus. Ich glaube, jetzt langsam ist bekannt, dass ich auf Brünette stehe. Ne? Der Herr Gindorf hat schon gesagt, ja, die Brünette schon wieder. Genau. Die nächste Band heißt Helion Prime. Und zwar Life Finds a Way. Sehr, sehr, sehr cooler Song. Geile Band. Und vielleicht können wir die einladen. Könnt ihr mal schreiben, ob es euch gefällt. Haut mal einen Daumen hoch, wenn euch das gefallen würde. Hier sind Helion Prime.
And fuel the fire of the terror divine. Beings of the ocean, but
Sehr, sehr geil. Und schade, was ich habe gerade gelesen, die gibt es nicht mehr mit der Sängerin. Die Band gibt es wahrscheinlich noch mit Sänger. Aber ja, aber Band selber sehr, sehr geil. Geiler Sound, geiler Groove. Und ja, und eine wunderschöne Sängerin gehabt haben sie. Ja, das Betonung liegt bei haben. Hatten sie, ja. So, das war's gewesen, liebe Freunde. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet wieder Spaß, so wie ich. Geile Mucke, geiler Abend. Und der Mittwoch ist so gerettet, glaube ich mal. Und Frage in die Runde, was heißt Truck rückwärts? Truck, also Drogen. Truck rückwärts. Wisst ihr es? Schreibt mal der Erste. Der Erste, der muss weiß. Schreibt es mal noch in Ding. Wie schreibt man Truck rückwärts? Wer schreibt denn keiner von euch jetzt? Also auch immer 10 Sekunden dauert es ja. Bin mal gespannt, wie der Erste jetzt schreibt. Der sich denkt, es dauert immer so lang, bis es bei mir ankommt hier. Auf alle Fälle schreibt der Michael Lohmann, war auch Sänger bei Grave Shadow. Da ist er. Habt ihr euch nicht angesprochen gefühlt, was ich jetzt mit der Frage? Also eins sehe ich schon mal. In YouTube ist es früher, als es bei mir hier ankommt. Ralle, nee, falsch. Gisela, yes. Gisela, jawohl. Gurt, was ist Gurt? Rückwärts, Truck. Und das ist die Band von morgen. Schweiz ist morgen wieder im Programm. Morgen könnt ihr wieder mal genüsslich zuhören. Mit ihnen wahrscheinlich Schweizer Dialekt. So, Herr Mr. Pulver ist morgen hier. Jawohl, Mastermind. Pulver ist in der Haus morgen, hoffentlich. Und dann wird über Gurt gesprochen. Eine jahrelange, jahrzehntelange History schon, kann man sagen. Gurt, Thrash Metal vom Feinsten, made in Switzerland. Freut euch morgen. Und was mit Gurt ist, könnt ihr gleich mal schauen. Das letzte Video ist eigentlich von Gurt. Und zwar ein richtig geiler Song. Der geile Song heißt Merry Go Around. Hat doch nichts mit Weihnachten zu tun jetzt. Erstmal Merry Go Around im Oktober, nämlich am 6. Oktober, morgen zu Gast. Gurt aus der Schweiz. Einschalten, dabei sein und Spaß haben. Und ich bedanke mich schon mal fürs Zuschauen, fürs Chatten wieder. Geiler Chat gewesen. Thank you very much, our friends around the world, especially in UK. Thank you for watching. Hit the bell and be our guest in our next interviews every day from Monday to Friday. Start 8 p.m. sharp German time, Berlin time, or Stuttgart time, wherever you are. 8 o'clock, always in time, never late. 8 o'clock until 10 plus. And this is the last song today. Here is Gurt, Merry Go Around. Danke euch. Bis morgen, 20 Uhr. Ich zähle auf euch. Servus und Metalheads Forever.
Please, a little respect, for I am Lord of the Idiots.
And you are a fan now. You're a fan. And as a fan, you will never ever forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Hit that bell.
Way
Goddamn.
down below.